guys, like, comment, subscribe below. And this video is a pre-game to all my birthday festivities. The past 2 months, I've just been reflecting so much on my whole entire life, but mostly like my 20s until now. This year, I will be turning 35, and I think it's such a milestone. And I'm just in reflection mode, and I just was like thinking about all that I've learned throughout my life. And I wanted to share that with you guys. So here are 35 things I've learned at 35. I wrote this list quicker than I thought I was gonna write it. I thought I was gonna be like in thought for days about it, but everything kind of like spilled out so quick. I do consider myself a person to be very knowledgeable, very wise, very educated, and mostly, and the best, life experience. So let's start with number one. My number one thing that I learned over the past 35 years is to put yourself first. That is number one. And anyone, whether male or female, or any race, any religion, anyone walking this earth, the best thing you can do for yourself is to put yourself first. To always consider yourself first in every single thing that you do. Because when you don't, it will drain you and you will deeply regret that. Number two, love hard but not too hard. I've learned the most toughest lessons in love with falling head over heels for people who probably didn't even deserve my time or to even know my name. And I don't want to say people, I would just say maybe one or two people, you know what I mean? Because everyone's not a bad person. But love hard, allow yourself to feel love, allow yourself to feel your emotions, but just not too hard to the point where you are not putting yourself first or putting this person on a pedestal who may or may not deserve that. Number three, learn to say no. Now, this is such a big deal to me because I've watched people I love in my life always tell people yes, and I watch the effects from that. Always being the person someone calls, always being the person that's there for everybody else except for yourself. Learn to say no. It's okay to say no. It's okay to have things, not always be the person who everyone calls, or not always be that person who's in giving mode but not receiving mode. So saying no will, help a lot in your life with saving your own energy. Number four, how you get them is how you lose them. We all heard this growing up a lot, and it is so true. How you get a person is a pattern. That they're following a pattern in their life, and how you get them is exactly how you're going to lose them. So if a man is in a relationship and he's a cheater and he steps out with you and he ends up breaking up with that girl or whatever the case may be, 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose him the same way. If a man is a jailbird and every girl that he's dated he has met because she did his bid, it's going to be another girl to do his bid. If a man has a toxic cycle of dating someone for 3 months and then breaking up with them and being with someone else, he's going to continue to do that. So in life, pay attention to patterns, whether that's relationship, friendship, or even your own life cycles. Pay attention to patterns, because sometimes we get caught up in toxic cycles, and before we can even realize we're in a cycle, we don't even know how to break it. So stay woke, pay attention, guys. Number five, God time, not yours. In life, we want to rush things, we want to move things, we want our life to go in a way that maybe it's not going. But we have to understand that our Creator created us and created a lifespan and path for us. And we can't rush that. So get comfortable with going with the flow, because it is God's time, not ours. Number six, stand firm on your boundaries. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. And I went through a period in my life where I didn't have boundaries, where I wasn't putting myself first, and it was a disaster. It ends up like the results end up being really bad, because now you have to regroup and reset all your boundaries and just the skills that you have with dealing with people. Create your boundaries in every area of your life and stick to them. If you don't respect your own boundaries, nobody else is going to respect them either. Number seven, self-care is essential. Self-care is not an option. Self-care is something that you have to do to sustain and to take care of yourself. It is so important, guys. And it is like the leading thing in my life right now as being in my 30s. Number 8, health first. Now, in life, we have a good time. We drink, we smoke, we eat, we this, we that. And you don't always grow up with health conscious parents. It is very important that you always put your health first, guys. Go get that primary doctor visit every year or every 6 months. Make sure you're checking on your health as far as sex, going to the GYN, things like that. Make sure you're doing the things in your life you need to do to sustain your body, your mind, and your spirit. Health all around, guys. Number 9, in a world of trends, be a classic. In this world, it's nothing new under the sun. There's always trends. There's this hair trend, this style trend, this body trend, this dialect trend, slang and things like that. Be yourself. There's a space for everybody to thrive. If you master being yourself, you'll never have to worry about trends. So even if you don't fit in like a person like me, just be yourself. There's a lane for you. Don't follow trends, because you'll be doing that the rest of your life and you'll never even be comfortable with yourself. Number 10, this too shall pass. In life, we go through cycles, we go through things: depression, sadness, grieving, romance, love, excitement, boredom, loneliness. So many things we go through, but it all shall pass. It's not going to last. Your life is not going to be one note the whole entire time. So you just have to understand that no matter how you're feeling, it's going to pass. And it is currently raining, guys, but I'm going to stay out here and finish this video. That's why the skies are so dark. But it's okay. A little rain has never hurt an April baby, a Aries, okay? Shout out to my Aries. Our season is coming up. All right, number 11, guys. Time is a gangster. Time does not care, and I've said this on other videos. Time does not care if you're grieving, if you're sad, if you're handicapped, if you have a issue. Time doesn't care. Time is going to move on. It's so many things as human beings we can manipulate in this world, but time is not one of them. So understand that your time is valuable. The time we spend on this earth is so valuable. Don't waste it. Okay. Number 12, perception. Everyone sees things differently. What I think and feel is not what you think and feel. We can be in the same scenario and have 3 different perspectives. So keep your mind broad, because in situations in life, sometimes what you think of it is not what that person think of it. And let's just remember that common sense is not common. So we're all going to have different perspectives and different perceptions of situations in life. Number 13, if you let them, they will. Child, I learned this the hard way so many times. Like, I could give so many different examples of this, especially being a person who grew up with a mother who's a God-fearing woman. I grew up on love. I get gotten taken advantage of so many times, because if you let people, they will. Elementary school child, if you let them bully you, they're gonna bully you. If you let a man cheat on you, he's gonna cheat on you. If you let your friends, disrespect you and be inconsiderate, they're gonna do it. Whatever you allow people, even from jobs to raising your children, to having friendships, to being in relationships, whatever you allow people to do is exactly what's gonna go on. And a lot of times in life, especially myself, I had to check myself on this within therapy and my own self-love, self-care journey, things like that. A lot of things you have to take accountability for because you allowed it. So that is a big one. Okay. Number 14, you're not always right. Except for Aries, we always right. Just joking, guys. This is something I learned too. I'm not always right, and none of us are. We're not always right. Sometimes you can only see things from your perspective, and it's hard because you're just thinking about your own thoughts and your own feelings. But we have to be considerate towards each other as human beings. And I'm not always right. I'll be the first to admit that. And just as people, just learning, you're not going to always be in the right. Sometimes shit really is your fault. Okay? And that's okay because we're human. Okay, what's the next one, guys? Number 15, attitude determines latitude. We all go through things. Sometimes we just get in a funky mood, but you have to understand that kindness will get you further than any attitude or anything like that will get you in life. You have to master your emotions, your feelings, and your attitude. Okay, number 16, save. It's so hard to save sometimes. Sometimes with certain jobs, if you're in a certain type of economy, you could barely make ends meet. You may just have enough for your bills, but you have to learn to save. That's something that I am still working on, saving, investing, and things like that to grow capital and not just spend. Ladies, we love to shop, but we gotta save. Number 17, live in the moment. Like I said, time is a gangster. You have to just you have to feel it. And as it's raining right now, I kind of think of that. I think it's a Bob Marley quote where he says, some people feel the rain, some people get wet. It's like a difference. You know what I mean? I'm probably misquoting him, but if you guys know about Bob Marley, then you know what I'm talking about. So basically what I'm trying to say is get wet. Don't just feel the rain, get wet. Live in the moment. Like, live in the moment. Like, it's okay, because we don't have forever here. Number 18, don't forget the memories. Now, you guys know I love photography. Take pictures. Get, little like different things to remind you of the time. Sometimes when you get older, if you grow old or if a person passes, you may just have only the pictures left. So you want to be able to have those memories. I love memories. It's a beautiful thing. Number 19, a delay is not a no. Just because things are taking a long time does not mean it's not going to happen. Some roads are longer than others. Number 20, time is of the essence. Don't waste your time. I think this is the third time I've mentioned this in this list because it's the most important thing in the world. Time is of the essence. Things are constantly changing. Things are constantly moving. And you have to be able to move and adapt with them. Number 21, we only live once. We only do this once, guys. This is not a test drive. This is not a rehearsal. I repeat, this is not a rehearsal. There's no reset button. There's no rewind button. There's no replay button. We're going straight through this, guys. It's one way in and one way out, and we're all going to experience it. So keep that in mind as you're making decisions, as you're living life, as you're going through different things. Keep it in mind. This is not a test trial. We only live one time. Number 22, everyone is dealing with pain. We have to be considerate of each other because you know what? We're all going through some shit. We all been through some shit. We all got a reason to be happy, sad, mad. Everybody's going through something. So if somebody takes their attitude out on you, or if somebody is acting in a certain way, who knows what demons they're fighting, because we're all fighting some. Number 23, your parents are human too. As you grow up, like I'm 35 this year, as you grow up and you start to really get to know your parents, talk to them, you understand that they are people outside of you. When you're a kid, you don't have that perception. It's just mommy, daddy, whatever. But when you get older, like, this is a human being who was a vessel to get you into this world, but they have their own life, dreams, hopes, cares. They're a human being outside of you. So just understanding that about your parents as you get older, give them some grace. They're human. Number 24, time management. Okay, let's get to this. I love this part because this is like the professional part of my list, because I've learned a lot in my career journey over the year. Time management, make a schedule. Make a schedule, guys. It is so hard, I know. Make a schedule, get an alarm clock to wake you up, schedule things, do to-do lists. You need to be productive. I am a super structured, productive person, so I hope you guys take that with you. Number 25, being organized. I can't work in a mess. So this is just like advice to you guys. Like, please, like, organize things, whether that's your home, your car, your gym equipment, sports equipment, whatever you do for a hobby, organize. It makes everything easier. Number 26, this is a big one, and I learned this in my later years. I wasn't always like this. Privacy is power. When people all in your business, you can't get nothing done. you can't get nothing done. They're all, their energy is on your business. They could be wishing bad about it. They could be doing anything. You want to keep your business to yourself. I had a public relationship. Everyone knew who my friends were, my man was, my every move. That was not healthy. Now that I'm in my not older, but now that I can say I'm grown, in my 30s, I will never do that again. I will never say who I'm dating. I will never put my friends on Front Street, because there's people who come into your life to take, and it's people who look at your life and they wish bad. I will never let that happen again. Number 27, eliminate the unnecessary. Sometimes we have too many things in our life that's a distraction. Get rid of distractions, whether that's things, people, places, whatever. Get rid of them. Eliminate it. You don't need things that are not helping you grow and be productive. And people either. Doesn't matter what it is. Get rid of it. Number 28, everyone is playing a role. If you go through life being easily offended, I used to be like this when I was younger. It was hard for me to take criticism. If you go through life being easily offended and just thinking that everything's going to be one way or your way, you're sadly mistaken. Learned that the hard way. Everyone's playing a role based on what it is they're doing, whether this is work, friends, a relationship, or this or that. Everyone's playing a role. So you better pick your character and play one too. Number 29, do what you got to do. My mom always taught me priorities first. Do what you have to do first. You could play later. Work now. Work now, play later. The harder you work in your teen years and your 20s, the better your life will be in your 30s. It's some things that I did in my 20s and my teen years. I would say about from 19 to 30 that I will never regret, because it set me up for success for now. And there's some things that I wish that I had done better to set me up for more success. Remember, work now, play later. Okay, guys, we is up to number 30. Okay, counting down for the 5. All right. 30 is structure is the key to success. I told you guys, I said it in this list: time management, organization, eliminate the distractions, play a role. Structure is the key to success. If you can't find your binder for school, if you can't find your resume, your New York State ID is lost. When people operate in chaos, they don't get nothing done. The reason I feel so successful is because I know I operate with structure. I know I operate with organization. Guys, master that young. Master it young. So when you get 30, you have a lot to show for it, because you know you have stuck to doing what you need to do and you've handled your business. Number 31. It's not who you know, it's what you know. And it's not what you know, it's who you know. Sorry, guys. The first version I said is how I wish it was, but it's actually not like that. Sometimes it's all about who you know. A person with less than you can go further than you because their attitude determines latitude, and they know people, or they have favor with people. This is a big lesson in my 30s that I recently really had to feel and learn, because I'm such a skill-based person, and I'm so focused on the skills and the accolades that I bring to the table. Sometimes you could bring all the accolades, but a person with a better personality, or a person who is just cooler with everybody, or knows more people, or knows the right people, let me correct that, knows the right people, will go further than you. So that's something that I'm working on now, opening up and just being more personal with people to form better relationships to get ahead. So that's a big one, guys. Number 32, nothing lasts forever. This is a sad one. And I'm the type of person, I get attached, and I love people, and it's so hard to let them go. I've had so many phases in my life where people were only in my life for a season. And when I love someone, when I let someone in my world, whether that's a man or a friend, I'm dead serious, my love be so genuine and so real that when God pulls the curtain on it, okay, this person's not going to be in your life anymore, it's really hurtful. But we really need to master detachment and understand that nothing lasts forever. Number 33, guys. Be flexible and don't worry. It's nothing we can control in this life like that. Go with the flow. Master being flexible. Okay, I thought I was going to be doing this for 6 months, but it got cut down to 3 months. Oh, I thought this person was going to be in my life forever, but they were only in my life for 2 years. Oh, I thought that this was going to happen, but it didn't. Learn how to adjust and be flexible. That is like key, because things change all the time. Okay, number 34, play the game. Everything is a game. Relationships, friendships, work, especially work. If you corporate baddies tap in, especially work and things like that, things are a game. You got to learn the game and master it. A great thing to do that is just read books. Okay, number 35. We're on number 35, and I'm so thankful to God to be making another birthday this year. Okay, number 35 is just love more. Just love more. I don't think you'll ever regret love. I don't regret any of the love I gave people, even if they did me dirty, because that's who I am. I was raised on love. I'm loving, and that's just life. God gave us one thing to do. Well, he gave us commandments and stuff, but there was just one specific thing to do, and that's to love each other. I feel like everybody in the world, if we loved each other more, so many things that's negative just would never happen. So don't forget to love. Don't forget to love yourself. Don't forget to love others. It is okay. And that's my whole list, guys. That's 35 things. I hope that this list helps you guys. I hope that what I'm saying is, resonating with you guys. And I have an extra one. This is an extra one. Okay, this is a hard head makes a soft ass. Don't learn these things the hard way, guys. I feel like not growing up, but like from my teenage years to about 30, I learned so many things the hard way. If somebody is in your life who is mentoring you or helping you or giving you advice, listen to them, because learning it the hard way is not fun. All right, guys, so I'm out. That's 35 things that I learned at 35 years old. Happy birthday to me. It's Aries season in a few days, and I'm super excited. I'm going up this year for my birthday for 35. I'm so grateful for life. I'm in such a happy, successful place. And I just wish love and light on you all. Okay, Gigi gang? See you guys later.